What's up, guys? Well, back to a video where we just got the Book of Boba Fett episode 7 finale, and for me, I thought this was a decent, a good finale, even though we didn't get what we wanted in this finale. It was still a pretty good one. It was like a war against the Pikes on Tattooine, and we still got to experience the war that's about to happen on Tattooine. And the way that I showed it ended, it was pretty good. Decent. And we have more stuff on the way, more stuff to look forward to in the Star Wars universe as well. And so in this video, this will be my ending explain for the Book of Boba Fett finale, episode 7. But if you haven't seen the finale, you should probably click on this video now if you're trying to avoid spoilers and come back to this video after you've seen the episode. But if you're still here and you don't care, let's get into it. So episode 7, the finale opens up with Boba Fett and Fennec Shen and the Mandalorian joining Boba Fett as he's going to help him in the war against the Syndicates. And then we see them going into the bar that the Pyke Syndicates blew up in the last episode, and with the Mandalorian telling Boba Fett about the spice and the Pyke Syndicates, and they must wait until they arrive, and that was before the start of the Pyke Syndicate war on Tattooine. And then we also see the biker game as well. We last saw him in the last episode as well, while Boba Fett's army was discussing the Pyke Syndicate war on Tattooine, and the bike game, it said that the people who live here need their protection, and Boba Fett says will stay, and with the biker game, they're going to help out in the battle as well. Next we see is Cad Bane going to visit the Pyke Syndicate, and they were talking about Boba Fett and about the Marshal, who is of course Cobb Vanth, and with which a Cad Bane shot in the shoulder in the last episode while they were preparing for war with the Pyke Syndicates as well, and they were discussing the war. Next we see Pelimoto back on Tattooine, and then she sees an X-Wing coming in, and then we actually find out that Grogu was the one who was flying the X-Wing by himself, and then we see Peli and Grogu reunite, and then as we see as Peli is seeing what Grogu is wearing, Grogu is actually wearing the armor that the Mandalorian gave to Luke to give to Grogu, because if y'all remember at the end of last episode, Luke gave Grogu a choice whether to see the Mandalorian or train to be a Jedi with Master Yoda's lightsaber, but Grogu, I think he made the right choice to go reunite with the Mandalorian, Din Dijarin. And then we see Boba Fett, Fennec Shen, and the Mandalorian preparing for battle, and then they send someone is outside, and then we see Boba Fett meeting Cad Bane, and then with Cad Bane saying that to move all the spice through Mos Espa and all of it could be avoided, and then with Boba Fett, he says no, that he says that he has a different proposal, and that's to speak with the head of the Pyke Syndicates, and then with Cad Bane saying that the one who killed his Tusken family, the one who held Boba Fett captive for 40 years in the early episodes as well, and blamed it on the biker gang as well, and we see Boba Fett and Cad Bane look like they're about to shoot each other, and then with Boba Fett, it says all negotiations have been terminated, and then we see Cad Bane walk away, and with this the war is just about to begin. Then we see the mayor of Mos Espa reading the proposal that Boba Fett left from to discuss with the Pyke Syndicates, and as it says, nothing. And then we see the battle begin with Boba Fett taking out the Pyke Syndicates, and that's when the war begins from here on Tatooine. And then as the battle begins against the Pyke Syndicates, we see Din Dijarin and Boba Fett fighting alongside each other, working together in this battle together. And then as we see them both getting shot, we see them getting saved by the people of Freetown, as Din Dijarin and Cobb Vanth discussed in the last episode of the people of Freetown getting involved in the war against the Pyke Syndicates as well. And then we see Boba Fett's army fighting against the Pyke Syndicates, and then we see the Black Crusade getting involved as well after he was being attacked by the Pyke Syndicates, and then we see the Black Crusade being shot, and they think that he was going to be dead, and then Boba Fett brings him over to the army to be safe, and then Boba Fett tells the Black Crusade that he can have a nice bath in the bed bath, which is also Boba Fett's healing pod. And then we see Boba Fett's army getting attacked by the Scorpion drones, and now what these droids that were actually made by the Holy Goid creations next, which are a manufacturing company who actually made these droids, and this was in the era of the Clone Wars. Then, as you see Peli and her army and the Mandalorian 2 getting away from the Scorpion drones, we see Din and Grogu reunite, and as you see Din, he sees Grogu is actually wearing the shirt, and that means Grogu actually made the right choice to stay with the Mandalorian to help fight against the Pyke Syndicates. And then we see Boba Fett coming into the war against the Scorpion droids, and then he makes an awesome entrance with the same monster that we saw back in episode 1, and then with this Boba Fett and the same monster are helping them fight together. And then as Din is trying to kill one of the Scorpion droids with the dark saber, which we also saw back in episode 5, he thought he might have been dead or killed, and he got hurt. And then we see Grogu using his levitating powers that they learned from Luke in the last episode to try and kill the Scorpion droids and end it for good. And then we see Boba Fett and the Sand Monster take apart the Scorpion droid, and then this battle ends with Boba Fett and Cad Bane, with Cad Bane saying what's your angle, and then Boba Fett and Cad Bane attack each other, and then the last part we see is Boba Fett killing Cad Bane with a sword, and killing Cad Bane off in the battle, and the war ends from there. And then this episode ends with Din trying to attack the Rancor, which people are trying to shoot. And then as Din is attacking the Rancor, the Rancor throws Din around, and as the Rancor is about to finish Din for good, we see Grogu using his levitating powers to try to put the Rancor to sleep. And that was the time that we see Grogu saving Din and the Mandalorian, as Grogu did want to help out in the war against the Pyke Syndicates on Tattooine. And then we see Fennec Shan attacking the Pyke Syndicates and killing them, especially killing the head of the Pyke Syndicates himself. And then we see just Fennec Shan just being involved with not the entire battle, but with 70% of the battle itself. But again, we see Fennec Shan getting involved in the battle. And then the last scene is with Boba Fett and Fennec Shan roaming around through Tattooine to make sure everyone is safe after the war against the Pyke Syndicates. And then we see them meet up with the Black Crusade and the Pyke Gang as well. And then we see in the final moments, we see Din Dijarin the Mandalorian and Grogu heading home. And we all know that the Mandalorian season 3 is on the way. And within the series, the Book of Boba Fett, this was actually the Mandalorian season 2.5 as a build-up to the Mandalorian season 3, even though we saw that being built up in the last 2 episodes as well. But anyways, I really enjoyed this finale as well, and it definitely sets up more in the future of Star Wars. And then there's actually a post-credit scene, and it was called Bath, and they're taking a bath in Boba Fett's healing pod. And then we see that guy that we saw back in episode 4, when Boba Fett was singing with Fennec Shan to visit that guy back in episode 4 to keep Fennec Shan alive, and with that the show ends from here. And yeah, I really enjoyed this finale of the Book of Boba Fett, even though we didn't expect any big cameos such as Han Solo or Mace Windu, or a big going on and sets up the future of Star Wars. But we already know that so much more is on the way. Plus we have the Mandalorian season 3 is coming. We know that Ahsoka is getting her own series as well, and I can't wait to see what happens more. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett, and this is a 7-week long journey to do these and explain, and hopefully I can do these for more of the Star Wars shows, including for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and for the Mandalorian season 3 and the Ahsoka series, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Lovely thoughts in the comments down below, and what are your thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett episode 7 finale? Give me a rating between 1 out of 10. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.